everybody, I'm Connor, that's Doug, and this is the Bethel School District Presents podcast, and we have a very special show this week. We are on location at Graham-Kapowsin High School. We're speaking with Miranda Fickle. She's the health, fitness, and leadership teacher here, and we are talking all things unified sports.
So Miranda, for those who don't know, tell us about unified sports. What is it and how does it work in our schools?
So unified sports are different sporting events where our special services students get to play alongside our general education students. So that can be in a lot of different ways. For basketball, we have 3 special services students in at a time and 2 general education students in, so that our special service students they have the opportunity to be able to play in a competitive game, but with a little bit of help from our general education students. And then they also get that social aspect.
That's awesome. So you gave a basketball example. What other sports are covered under unified sports?
In our district right now, we also have unified track that we do in the spring. And then GK this year was able to do a unified esports where they played Mario Kart and other online video games. And we're trying to implement that into the other schools as well this year.
That is super cool. I'm a Rainbow Road expert, I will say right now. I should come over and show the students some stuff. And speaking of students.
Yes, absolutely. Speaking of students, we are joined also by 2 students, Bryce, a senior, and Jacob, a 10th grader. So Bryce, I'll start with you. What made you decide to get involved with unified sports to begin with?
My sophomore year, Miss Fickle reached out to me about possibly coaching in one of the Pack the Gym games that we started. And I went out, I did it, and I enjoyed it, and I never looked back. I've done it for the last 3 years, and it's been one of the greatest decisions I've made in my high school career.
That's awesome. And Jacob, what about you? What made you want to get involved with this?
Well, let's see. So
do you want to talk about maybe how you practice playing basketball during PE and how you wanted to be a part of some after school activities?
So the way that I'm doing like basketball is that I think I've been doing the rebounds and all that kind of stuff.
Would you say, Jacob, that basketball is kind of your main sport? Is that where you like to do your practicing?
Yeah.
Any other sports that are fun for you?
I think that's about it. Yeah.
Well, you also run on our track team.
Oh, yeah, the track team, yeah.
Well, we love having all 3 of you at the table here, and we've talked about basketball. One of the big unified sports events is Pack the Gym, and that's actually coming up here pretty soon. Anybody can see the students are having a blast at this annual event. But besides having fun, what are students getting out of this experience? Miranda?
For Pack the Gym, it's really just a huge event where our students in special services really get to feel like a celebrity. The gym is packed, hence the name, but there are so many people in the stands. Everyone is cheering. They really get that moment where they haven't probably had that in their life, where they get to be the most famous person in the room. So they just get kind of that sense of belonging, I think, and then they also get that opportunity to compete in sport at a pretty high level, and they get to hang out with their friends and play a game that they love. There's so many fun events. There's so many people cheering.
That's great. And Jacob, have you had a chance to be part of Pack the Gym yet?
Yeah, I had the chance. Yeah.
And what's that experience like for you?
I think it's amazing. Yeah.
And I have been to a few Pack the Gyms, and they are amazing. And Miranda is not overselling it. You would think you're at an NBA game. The crowd is going crazy. There's not an empty seat. Everyone's standing and cheering. It's really an awesome thing. Bryce, you said you've been doing this for a while, so I assume you've played at least one Pack the Gym game. Can you walk us through what that experience is like, being on the floor, being on the other side of that?
Yeah, I've been through 2. My first one, it was an awesome experience. Yeah, you get there, and it's surprising how many people are actually there to support. And you're right, nobody's really sitting, everybody's cheering, and it's really a chance for them to be themselves and feel seen. So I love it. I did one last year, same experience. We hosted the one last year, actually, and I thought it was awesome. I really wish we could have done it again this year, but we'll go to Spanaway Lake and have an awesome time there.
Yeah, bring that GK energy over there.
Absolutely. Miranda, what kind of training or prep is provided for students and coaches to ensure the supportive, respectful environment that we all see as part of unified sports?
Through the Special Olympics, they offer a lot of different training for coaches and for unified partners, the general education students that play. So they have a really great portal that they have set up that offers a lot of different training. But I think it also just kind of comes from our district and having Pack the Gym. There's already that mentality of supporting all students who play. So it's not really a lot of training that has to go into it because there's already people that are involved. And then we do kind of, the basic coaches trainings and practices. It's a little bit different for Pack the Gym. Some teams are practicing during PE, some teams are practicing after school. We actually have a really cool opportunity that was started last year, but this year we've branched out a little bit. Our transition students they come to GK for PE on Wednesdays and Fridays during third period. And then on, I think, Tuesdays, Thursdays, they go to Spanaway Lake during PE so that they're getting that opportunity to practice as well.
And Bryce, what would you say to other students who are maybe thinking about getting involved in unified sports? How would you encourage them to take that plunge?
Yeah, I'd say go do it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I've enjoyed every single moment that I've been on the court, sharing the court with them. It really is once in a lifetime. I mean it. I've made so many friends along the time doing it, and I don't regret doing it at all. If you're thinking about doing it, don't hesitate. Just go do it.
Great advice. So, Miranda, this is your second year doing unified sports. Any success stories you can share that kind of go above and beyond the day-to-day successes of seeing kids succeed on the court?
Yeah, so our first success that I'm going to talk about is actually in track. So last year, our unified track team placed second in both events that we were able to participate in state. So this was the first time in GK history, Bethel School District history, that we've had state placers for unified.
Congratulations. That's a big deal.
And then for basketball, I think honestly, like the biggest successes are just seeing the relationships that have been built. We have a lot of different students that play on that team, and seeing them eat lunch together and seeing them say hi in the hallways, I think that that's honestly the biggest success.
I can imagine that sense of community building that you are a part of here in the school, that all three of you are a part of here in the school, is just amazing. Jacob and Bryce, for both of you, what's been a memorable moment for you, whether it's in track or it's on the basketball court? What's a memory that you have that really just made you proud? We'll start with you, Jacob.
Okay, so the memory, I don't know about that still.
So some of the memories that you have, because you were one of those people who placed at state. Do you want to talk about running in the state meet for track?
Okay. So I think I remember, when Lele was teaching me how to, run with that one little, stick thing, I think what it's called. And then, I've been running, real fast, like a race car, of course. And then, yeah, I think that's about it.
Very cool. How about you, Bryce?
Yeah, my most memorable thing, it's honestly been the entire thing. I will never forget this, being able to go to after-school practice with everybody and hang out with them for hours. It's awesome. I will never forget it, and that's probably my favorite thing, is being able to see everybody smile and everybody be a community. Everybody's one.
Yeah, what an awesome program. I'm so glad we offer that. And we are expanding the program. New this year, we're doing unified cornhole. So now, Miranda, if people don't know what cornhole is, can you explain it? And can you explain why we're introducing that as a new sport?
Cornhole is a game where you do the beanbag toss. We decided to use this game specifically for unified and do like a tournament style game because we feel like it's really easy to include everyone. So it's a very inclusive game. You don't have to be super athletic. Students that are in wheelchairs are still able to participate. There's not a lot of rules behind it, and it's a little bit easier to be able to teach students how to do it. So we think that it's just overall more inclusive. We actually have our students at the Pierce County Skills Center creating and building our cornhole boards for us. So everyone is getting involved in it, which is a really cool thing. And we're just excited to see everyone that wants to come out and see everyone that's going to participate.
That sounds fun. And Jacob, you are very fast. We've established that you're winning state races. What about cornhole? Are you any good at that?
I think I'm good at cornhole. Yeah.
Nice. And Bryce, what were your cornhole skills like?
Oh, dominant. I'm very dominant in cornhole. Yeah.
Love it. Love the confidence.
Absolutely. Connor, have you ever played cornhole?
I think I've had a few barbecue cornhole games, but nothing to brag about. No dominance there.
Not for me either. I've thrown the beanbag a couple of times, and it's surprisingly difficult, as you would know from my waste paper basketball skills in the office.
Absolutely. It's horrible. I can attest to that.
Well, thankfully, there's some amazing student athletes that will take the basketball stuff, so I don't have to do that. Miranda, one final question for you. It seems like GK is really leading the way in the district as far as unified sports go, but I'm sure we're expanding at the other schools too. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so this year, Bethel High School is participating in the Special Olympic Basketball League. Spanaway Lake is going to be playing in a few non-league games that they'll be hosting. A few other schools around the district and out of district will be hosting. In the spring, all 3 high schools will be participating in unified track. And the really cool thing about that is transition students are still able to come back to their home high school to be able to participate. So just because they graduate doesn't mean that they're not allowed to participate anymore. And then going into the fall of next year, all 3 high schools will be participating in unified esports, which is the Mario Kart and all the other video games, which is a really great opportunity for students who aren't as athletic to still be able to be involved in something.
Well, this has been a fantastic conversation. Bryce and Jacob, thank you both for joining us. And Miranda Fickle, thank you for joining us here today and for everything that you're doing for students in the community here at GK.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Miranda, Bryce, and Jacob. What an awesome show. We will be back next week with another brand new episode. See you then.